Mike, that's a 22 can.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Just take it off.
What are we gonna do about this, John?
Just don't shoot it.
What are we gonna do?
Mike, just don't shoot it.
Fuck. Today on Grantham, you're a brand new shooter and, well, you put the wrong muzzle device, you put the wrong suppressor on your gun. What is going to happen? This is a question I've wanted the answer to. Now, obviously, you're gonna get some baffle strikes, maybe a suppressor is gonna blow up, but what will it look like? Specifically, what will it look like on a $400,000 Phantom camera that costs way too much money? So we have a lot of different examples today, from 9mm through 22 cans, to 44 Magnum, 12 gauge, 9mm, 50 cal. It just keeps getting more intense. So I hope you guys will stay tuned as we play with JK Armament cans, which we have to thank them because we're just blowing up their cans. And we're gonna see what it looks like in really slow motion. But before we get into that, we have to thank the biggest sponsor of the channel. The biggest sponsor of the channel is Primary Arms. If you are looking to get great optics at a great price, we cannot recommend them enough. The HTX1 is the coolest pistol optic in the world, so go and check out Primary Arms. And if you're looking to be more American, we have Henry Repeating Arms. Great lever actions, great price, and even more importantly, made in America or not made at all. Go and check them out. They have cool catalogs. And of course, if you go to a certain website called Henry X Thumb or henrythumb.com, you're going to find some very cool opportunities that we can't talk about here. And of course, if you want to get better at shooting, Mantis will make you a better shooter because dry fire is a great way to practice. Mantis turns your weapon into a dry fire machine. Finally, all ammunition is sponsored for by AAC. And finally, a big thank you to JK Armament. Thanks for coming out, guys.
You got it.
First up, we have maybe a common problem, maybe a not so common problem. We have a 22 can on a 9mm. So this is going to be problematic. If you're unfamiliar with how suppressors work, well, the diameter of the end cap, or the diameter of the baffles, is specific to the caliber that it's using. In this case, 9mm being a 38 caliber is quite a bit larger than the 22. So what do you think is going to happen when we send a 9mm slug down this 22 suppressor, John?
I mean, I think it'll be fine because, as we know, the 22 is more deadly. It bounces around in the body, so it's gonna be fine.
I try to have you not talk as much as possible because this is what we always get every time. In any case, we're gonna go ahead and try this out. Nothing like a little bit of science to get our day rolling. John, what's your science qualifications?
White monster.
There you have it. I was almost a doctor, which makes me a doctor in certain countries that are not part of NATO. So there you have it. People might ask, Mike, aren't you scared about this blowing up? Well, just like the Numenorian Aragorn, I do not fear death. And like the Bene Gesserit, fear is a mind killer. 124 grain NATO plus P 9mm through a 22 can.
3, 2, 1, action.
It didn't really do much. Let's see what that looked like. Next up is going to be a solid copper G9 round, which theoretically is a harder substance, therefore harder is better. Nobody? Okay. We're letting the Ranger shoot because, well, I just want to see John smile.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
You know, you just keep shooting and eventually it becomes a 9mm suppressor. NBD, that's a feature. They don't want you to know this. You can have infinite suppressors. Just keep...
Self-boring.
Yeah, don't do that. It looks like it took more out.
I hear some clanking.
Oh, yeah.
I see it falling down. The rain stick.
Yeah. Is my M9 okay?
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there she is.
I think you have an obstruction in there.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we
You
do.
actually can't even see through it at all.
Oh, yeah.
Check that out, Nick.
As the armor is my official opinion, this thing is non-serviceable.
Well, most devices fit 1/2x28.
A lot of 9mm ones, apparently.
9mm, 22, 223. So right here we have a possible common mistake, which is a .556 muzzle device on a 9mm subgun, or just 9mm in general. Apparently, this might split it in half, so I guess we'll try it out. John, you look like you want to add something.
Poor muzzle device.
They don't want you to know this, but the JK muzzle devices are free. You just go to their factory and you just get whatever you want. Yeah, it's actually really nice. I'm getting away from that now.
3, 2, 1, action.
Come look at that. Oh no. Look at you see the jacket right there?
Oh, squib.
That,
Partial squib?
I wouldn't say squib. I think it just kind of shaved a bunch of brass coming out, or copper coming off there.
Is it? Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Muzzle device is indestructible. Is that a feature?
I don't.
Oh no. It's fine.
Battery's not included.
Yeah. Well, apparently that didn't split it, but that looked violent. Don't do that. John. How am I supposed to do science without you?
Scared, okay? This is gonna pipe bomb.
What gun is this?
Desert Eagle.
So, is that how the Israelis say it? Yeah. So we have a Desert Eagle right here in 44 Magnum. Straight from JK, they have theirs threaded for suppressor. And we are firing this through a 9mm can. So we have 44 going through a 38 diameter can, which it's not quite like the 9mm going through the 22 because there's a lot more power from 44 Magnum. So see how it does. Why am I scared?
In 3, 2, 1, action.
That felt scary. That didn't feel good.
Look at that first baffle. Oh, yeah, it shredded some off. Look at all that. That's in the tube. It's going through it. It went through it.
So the best part about the JK cans is that even if you do get a baffle strike, that all these little sections are actually removable and replaceable. The only serialized part is this right here, which means this has no damage. Means you can replace it without having to send it back in. So that is pretty cool, which means that JK is actually not even really in danger of losing any cans. So this isn't really that exciting for you. Once again, JK cans are free. Just keep stealing baffles and you'll eventually have a full suppressor. Next up, we have 12 gauge. Why are we doing this? We have 12 gauge. We're firing it through a 20 gauge can, which is smaller. And more importantly, we're firing Dragon's Breath through it because I have a Death Witch, apparently. Is there any other way to describe that, John?
I mean, that 20 gauge can is gonna act like just a shotgun choke.
John the Ranger predicts that this is going to be a shotgun choke. You know what? There's only one way to figure this out. So there we go.
In 3, 2, 1, action. Damn!
I think it's okay. How'd that feel? That feel good?
Felt really good. Shook the ground. Come on, it's a snap-on.
Snap-on, got it.
You know, it looks fine. It looks like great. John, you were right. John, how many eggs have you eaten today?
Like 4.
Oh, that's
Eggs
not
a
that
day?
many. Yeah, I ate 4 eggs today too.
Yeah.
Plus a couple of egg whites. What?
That's nasty.
That's not.
Yes, it is.
Are egg whites gross?
Are they raw?
No, I cook them. You think I'm like Rocky? Okay, it looks fine. Now we're gonna fire buckshot through it because, well, I don't want to live. Apparently, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Come on. I only do this for my
Crank,
Ready?
crank my hog. Oh,
You need to get down. You need to get down. You need to get down closer to it. Yeah.
yeah. Next up, we have 12 gauge full power buckshot firing through this 20 gauge can. So the Dragon's Breath evaporated me, and just trying to get more standoff. Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
It looks fine. I don't know how, but no, it looks fine. Come here, Mr. JK engineer.
Let's see.
It looks good.
Yeah, I actually
Maybe it is a
Don't
choke.
see any cracks. Yeah, it's like doing its job. There might be some folding in there. It was a funnel, but now it's a reverse funnel.
Oh, we love Genesis
Work.
Arms. We're sorry, Cody.
Yeah.
We'll read the Bible more.
Gun's running like a champ, though.
Dude, they always work.
Yeah, always.
1 ounce of lead and hate. That's a slug. Firing through a 20 gauge can. Oh,
It's time.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, action.
I heard the slug. How is this can okay? Okay, it must be the lead. The lead is soft. The metal is hard. I did get my degree in biology, so I do have some science background. And does that make sense? No?
Makes sense.
Thank you.
Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay.
No, that's good. That's a present. It's like a cat bringing you a dead mouse. So what you get to do with that is remelt it into a second slug. These slugs...
Yeah, looks like it's totally fixable. Yeah.
It ballooned out a little bit.
So it did crack, which is to be expected. We were firing a, what's that train? Remember the train going into the, this is a goong, goong. Okay, let's step it up. Well, the only thing to do from here is to step it up. So we've got a 30 cal can, which is a big can, but we're firing a 50 through it. So we got a Barrett 50 right here. And, you know, a little homage to Kentucky Ballistics and Demolition Matt. We'll see what happens here. John, what do you think?
50's bigger than 30.
Thank God for the Rangers.
Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh boy. Well, it did feed the next round. Good job on Barrett, but that can is gone. So we'll go find the can. We'll be right back. Should we contact Elon Musk as a new way to launch projectiles? Science has a standard. We are simply the subjects here. Where the hell is it?
Right here.
Oh my gosh. Why did I walk through the mud? Yeah, it looks fine.
Fine.
Yeah. Look at that end cap. Like, I really thought it'd be blowing that thing off. Well, I mean, it launched the entire can, but you know what I mean.
But the rest of it's like
Oh, let's
together, right? Might not unscrew it even now.
ain't no way. You try. I already loosened it though. Oh, broken it for her.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
No.
Or we tear shoulder. Nope, we're not there. Let's check the inside.
Double team. How is the blast baffle? Or is that even the blast?
It actually looks fine.
No way.
Look down that.
But how? Cool.
It must.
Pressure.
You have to put this on the wall or something.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that on the wall.
Oh, thanks for the light, man.
Yeah, no, I'll take that back.
Okay, so it only broke one baffle.
Yeah, so here's the stack. We're like inspecting. I thought it was the tube. It actually just broke one baffle.
I don't understand how the 50 exited. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I would have thought this broke and then the round went,
Yeah.
but it went through it, then it ripped it. The
How-
pressure wave.
How interesting.
We could shoot it again.
It's pass.
No? Oh, man, he finally stopped after the hand grenade.
You know, I already did the whole fears mind killer thing, but we're good.
We're good.
Actually passed through.
See, yeah, this. No, it doesn't fit. That's the whole problem. It doesn't fit.
That doesn't make any sense. Next up, we have something very interesting. So we have a 12 gauge suppressor on a 50. Now, they say if it doesn't fit, you know, or if it fits, it ships. So 50 will fit in 12 gauge and vice versa. So I'm interested to see what happened. I mean, 12 gauge is a lot lower pressure, but you know, we'll see. Dude, whenever I load around, remember that one scene in, what was it, Hurt Locker, where he's like, oh, there's blood on it. It's jamming up my 50. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you gotta like spit on it.
Yeah,
You gotta wipe it off. Oh man.
I've got brain rot, dude.
Everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, action.
You have to blow on it. That's like the, yeah.
Keep blowing.
You keep blowing. Is it okay? Check the end cap.
Seems to be fine.
That was a wild fireball.
Yeah, it made it.
Yeah, go ahead. Unscrew it there. No,
let's
hurt.
unscrew it. Do you have your suppressors marked as dual 12 gauge 50? You should.
Not yet. Yeah, maybe barrel length restrictions. This is also the short 50.
Oh yeah,
But it survived.
it was fine. How'd that feel?
Good recoil.
Like any other 50.
Yeah, there it is.
John doesn't care, dude. John just doesn't give a fuck. Now we have a weird one right here. We have a flintlock pistol in 50, which is of course a conical ball, with a 223 suppressor, which means that we're firing a 50 caliber projectile through a 22 caliber suppressor. This is actually Sabio, so thank you, Sabio.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Don't hurt it.
yeah, no guarantees. Why am I worried about this one?
Yo ho, yo ho.
Big ball.
Bury this, you filthy casuals.
Okay. In 3, 2, 1, action.
can's fine.
Good.
JK cans are actually indestructible, so how's that okay? Oh, how many grains of powder did you put in there?
80. It was a mid load. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mid load. He didn't give you the heavy yet.
Oh, that's the ramrod.
Yeah.
It's a little bit hot here. Feel that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it got warm.
Yeah, it got a little bit warm.
One
What type of powder is that? Triple F?
Yeah, we can put more in there.
I think it's fine. I think this is out with flintlock.
Does that accurize one of those, or
I don't know if anything can accurate these.
I think it's good to go.
Oh my gosh, it's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So we have our, there's our exit right there and our suppressor. Here's the size of the ball. So how does that work?
Wow.
Well, apparently it turned it into a little shotgun and just kind of blew it apart. But there is a lot of molten lead on the inside of that, which is good for you. That's going to be good for your 5.56.
Yeah.
It's going to leave a little surprise for your next round. Somehow it's okay, though. I really don't see anything like wrong with this.
No, I think it's serviceable. Honestly, I don't recommend doing that.
So
I didn't even want you to do it, but
yeah,
it worked. Actually, it was quiet. too.
I don't fear death, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Numenorium built different.
I just don't see any issues with it.
Okay, let's do our final thoughts then. Well, that brings us to the end of wrong calibers through wrong suppressors right here. Surprisingly, it wasn't nearly as destructive as I thought it was going to be, with the exception of the 50, which completely launched the suppressor, but even then it was fine. So I think what we're finding is it's made from 70-75 aluminum, correct?
Yeah.
So compared to lead and your typical, copper jackets and everything, it is harder than those materials. So long as you're not firing too many rounds down these suppressors, those rounds are actually just squeezing down to the size of the can, of whatever can you're firing it through. A pretty wild concept when you think about it. We also saw a similar thing when we had that longer suppressor in the world and it was bending and the rounds were just kind of falling along the baffles. It's just, these projectiles, mostly lead, they just kind of do good at that. What kind of surprised you with doing this test, John?
That the dragon's breath didn't just come right back down the barrel, to be honest.
Kill me. Yeah. Interesting test. A lot less destructive than I thought. But I know that you guys have seen some pretty interesting things. So let's get you on over here, Jake. You want to talk about some of the weird stuff you've seen people do with suppressors?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some suppressors come back with half a mag to a mag and 9mm shoved into them. So at a certain point,
I love that for them.
yeah, they just start sticking, starts becoming squibs, and then they just load up behind it. And
That's great.
that's one we see. A lot of times on those muzzle devices, we'll see multiple rounds. It'll actually split the muzzle device right in half.
How exciting.
Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff. So
You'd think after they didn't hit the target about 7 times back to back, something might have been wrong. But
yeah, they're like, they just turn their rifle into a shotgun. It's just like blasting water up there.
Normal.
Yeah. So that's kind of stuff we see.
Well, fun video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's always fun to do a little bit of destructive science testing like this. I really wanted to see what would happen. Surprised to say the least, but you know what? This was fun. But here's the thing. Double check your suppressors. Make sure you got the right muzzle device on your guns, because you want to be able to practice well and you want to be able to shoot well. Get out there, shoot with your buddies, have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end. Final thing is going to be dad advice with Jake. Jake, what's your dad advice for everybody?
Spend time with your kids. They grow up fast. They move away and do things. So take time with your kids while you got them when they're little.
Dude, my daughter's
And,
16 now.
16, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Spend the time with them. That's what I got to say.
Mike, that's a 22 can.
Oh no, what are we going to do?
I mean, you can take it off.
What are we going to do?
You could not shoot it.
Don't shoot it! What are we going to do?
Just take it off.
What are we going to do about this, John?
Is it everything I've said not enough so far?
Just one more.
Okay.
B-roll's always good.
All right. Just take it off.
Okay, that's it.